In this video today, we're going to talk about what I believe is one of the easiest ways to lose body fat. My name is Dr. Mike Moriarty. I'm a sports chiropractor. I've worked for many professional athletes. I've worked in New Orleans. I got to work with the Saints, the Hornets, the University of Louisiana. So I've been around a lot of important sports figures in America for a long time. In Hawaii, I've seen a lot of the MMA fighters, a lot of pro surfers. So when you're looking at how to get the most out of a diet, the goal is simplicity. And what I find when I look at a diet, I'm looking for what's going to have the most bang for the buck. What's going to give me the most results, is going to help me feel better, think better, make my body operate at a more optimal level. And when I look at all these things and I piece them together, there's a few diets that I think, it's not really diets, it's just feeding windows or changing how you view the idea of fat loss. So today I'm going to cover intermittent fasting. I'm going to go over a few of the main things you need to understand. We'll give you a chance, if I can give you like a foundation to build on, that you can actually go out and find the pieces that you want to get more information for. So I'm going to give you the basics, and then you can find the information you want, because it's easy to find. Okay. My name is Dr. Mike Moriarty. I'm the founder of iFit Lifestyle and the iVibration Pro. The goal of this channel is to help you figure out better ways to take care of your health and wellness so that you can achieve your goals. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. For more information about what we do and what we sell, the link is in the description. Okay, so what is intermittent fasting? It's a series of feeding and fasting windows throughout a day. There's actually more than one type of fast. We'll cover that soon. So digestion takes a lot of energy. I mean, when you're digesting food, it's a major process the body has to go through, is to tear apart all the food into small little pieces. It goes to the intestinal walls, it goes in the bloodstream, where it's then collected in certain organs, where it's then converted into energy, building blocks, vitamins, nutrients, and things like this to help the body operate. So intermittent fasting is feeding and fasting windows. Very important. What are the benefits of fasting? Okay, one of them is fat loss. Really important, because no one wants to eat chicken and rice and steamed vegetables for the rest of their life. It's just too hard. Okay, if one thing is fat loss, there's new research that's showing that by fasting, it promotes muscle gain. Think about it, believe it or not, by giving your body a chance to break down food where it has enough time to break it apart, it has enough time to put it through the body where it can be put into building blocks in certain areas so that it can help the body get results. You're allowing the body to use the energy that you would take to digest food to actually help repair muscle. Also, cellular rejuvenation. It actually promotes by going through a starvation period, it helps the body eliminate all bad cells. For example, a cancer cell is a bad cell. It's called autoclasia. It's where the body will actually go out and it'll find all the damaged cells, it will reabsorb them, break them apart, where it can be used for new cells. It also promotes cellular rejuvenation. It helps formation of brand new cells. So that it helps populate the body with new cells, removes the old cells, so then you're a better you. Now, how to start fasting? Now, this is the tricky part. I always tell people, plan it out. Understand what it is and what your goals are. Advise your family of the purpose and the goals that you're trying to achieve, because your family and your friends are the ones that are going to stop you. Most times you can hear all this negative stuff, or this doubt or confusion. It's going to confuse you. It's going to make it hard. By having a clear point, tell them what you want, tell your family what you're doing, have them work with you. That's a major point for the positive. Secondly, you always want to take the guesswork out of anything you do. And one of the secrets that I learned from the 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss is you want to pick out like 10 good meals. your first 10 meals, you weigh them out. You kind of weigh out like how much chicken, how much vegetables, if you're a high carb, low carb, no carb diet, whatever. You want to weigh it out. So you have an understanding of exactly what you're putting in for each meal. This way, all you do is duplicate. It's it's like an assembly line. Build it out, get the nutrition, the macro nutrition. Then what you do, as you start to formulate these meals, you know exactly how many calories you're taking in. So if your goal is to lose 5 pounds a week, 4 pounds a week, and you only lose 2, go back and look where you can modify that. Maybe you ate too many meals that were higher in calories than you should. Maybe change some of those. Instead of having like 2 or 3 high calorie meals a day, have 2 or have 1 and then have a bunch of lower fat days. This is a positive thing. Okay, how long should you fast for? Okay, the research is showing that the magic number is 16 hours per day. When you can go 16 hours without putting any type of carbohydrate or protein in your body, has the most benefit. Every hour, for 16 hours is good. It's the beginning of you starts really showing the benefits of intermittent fasting. 17 hours is even better. 18 hours is even better. It's been shown that if you fast anywhere from 48 hours or less to 16 hours is where you get the most out of it. Okay, what can you consume while you're fasting? Okay, on the fasting state where you're not eating, you can have black coffee. Research has shown that it really helps the body start letting out the fat, letting out the fat as energy, helps the body keep the metabolism up, keeps you going, helps curb the hunger pains. Water, especially green tea. You don't want to add any kind of flavoring or any kind of fake sugars or anything like this, because all that can trick the body into releasing insulin, which then takes you out of a fasting state. Okay, when it comes down to coming off the fast, there's a certain things you need to understand. Because you go 16 hours without eating, you want to slowly go into your first meal. You want to prep the body up after this 16-hour fast or 17 or 1 day or 2 day fast. You want to do is you want to maybe take in a bone broth, like 6 to 8 ounces of bone broth. It helps get the digestive system set up so it starts to put a mucus around the layers. It helps protect against the stomach acids, the pH, and other things. It helps the body digest the food a little bit better. So bone broth is really healthy. It really helps the body prep up for the meals that are coming. Second is that when the first meal you want to eat, it's either you're going to have fats and proteins or carbs and proteins. You don't want to mix the two. Because right now your body's at maximum fat burning level. At the 16-hour mark, your body is running only on fat. The objective to keep this going just a little bit longer is that skip the carbs on the first meal. If you're going to have carbs, don't eat carbs on the first meal. Have some fat and some vegetables and some protein. And then after that, your second, third, or fourth meal, then you can start incorporating more stuff into this. Okay, there's different types of fasting. Okay. You got the 16-8, 16 hours off fasting, 8 hours eating. This is it's one of the easier ones to do because you're not going 24 to 48 hours without fasting. So it's the basics. It's like the foundation. This is a good starting point. The new research is showing that people are eating 1 meal a day. They're eating 1 giant meal a day. Is showing astonishing results. But like anything, when you first start fasting, you got to let your body adapt to it. It might take a week till your body gets used to going this long without eating, because most of us don't go more than a couple hours without nibbling on something. You got a liquid fast. That's where you're only consuming liquids. Go on the internet and research that. Then you have a dry fast. Now, dry fast is interesting. What you're doing is, a dry fast is that you're more or less, during the fasting period, you're not drinking no liquids. In fact, you might want to go up to 24 to 40 hours without drinking anything. The magic about this is that because your body needs H2O to operate, one of the first places it goes when it's going through a dehydrated state, this is a controlled dehydrated state, is it'll actually start pulling the fat adipose off, because a fat has a lot of carbons and hydrogens. And hydrogen is what you want to do. So by going on a dry fast, your actually body can start pulling hydrogens off the fat, taking the fat, pulling the fat out, taking the oxygen, remanufacturing water in the body, so the body has water. It's one of the fastest ways to lose body fat, but this is a tricky one. It can be scary too. Okay, the fasting from between men and women. Okay, we're all humans, we're all the same, except there's one major difference. And that is the women have the reproductive organs. They go through a menstrual cycle, between 5 to 7 days every month. Now, because of this, because the beauty of women and the ability to create life, the body is more prone for giving you the signals of hunger. So it's called hunger pangs. Women will suffer from more hunger cravings than men do generally because of the way the body's designed. Women need to have a lot of protection. They need to feed the body so they can make a life. Men can go longer without eating because, we're just like cavemen. We just find the food, eat it, and that's about as far as we go. We don't raise children. We don't birth children. Okay, another thing is muscle loss. There's research coming out, and I should provide research. It's just there's so much out there. I want to make this. This is just basic information. I give you the basics, and then you go out and find it yourself. It's all over the place. Research has proven that fasting, taking 100 people from one study and another 100 people on the other part of the study, both eating the exact same food, same amount of calories. They're all but the same, except one is doing it in a fasting state, so they're eating all the meals in a shorter window. The other group was eating it throughout the day. The group that was fasting, eating the same foods as the other group, significantly had more muscle gain. This is important because one of the main things people, especially with athletes like myself, is we're so concerned about losing muscle mass because it's so hard to build it. We don't want to lose it. So fasting is a scary thing. But now that the research is showing, with no doubt, this is it. It's been proven that it actually helps promote muscle gain. In fact, it promotes more muscle gain than eating multiple small meals all throughout the day. Best thing you can do. Okay, does alcohol affect your fasting? Well, the objective of intermittent fasting is that not only are you trying to lose weight, you're trying to prevent cancer. Trying to reduce the risk of cancer. You're trying to get your body to run in a more optimal state. You're trying to control your insulin sensitivity. You're trying to help your liver and your organs do autophagia, by having them tear out all old cells and build brand new cells to replace them. The liver is a major part of this. And one thing about alcohol is alcohol will reduce the function of the liver because it does cause slight liver malfunction. So if you're going to drink alcohol, you want to drink it during the feeding windows, not the fasting windows. This is Dr. Mike, basic guide to intermittent fasting. Thank you.